All right, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon for this press conference. There's been a lot of speculation as to certain facts about the recent shooting in Pasco that both the Pasco Police Department and the Prosecutor's Office determined the need for today's press conference. Early Friday morning, February 14, 2014, Stephan Sergio Aceves, age 28, was shot inside the home of Rudy Ontiveros, located on the 8000 block of Savory Avenue here in Pasco, Washington. Both adult residents at the Savory address have cooperated with law enforcement during this investigation and continue to be available for additional information as it may be needed. The family and friends of Mr. Aceves have also cooperated in the investigation by providing important information as to what took place earlier that evening and what may have occurred in the moments leading up to the shooting. Initial information gathered from evidence at the scene, as well as by statements of the homeowners at the Savory address, indicate that Mr. Aceves was shot after he entered the Savory home. Law enforcement continues in their investigation and will be forwarding all reports to our office. An autopsy was completed this morning, and our office will wait for the medical examiner's report, as well as toxicology report from the Washington State Patrol Toxicology Division of the Crime Lab. All of this information will be used in making a final determination as to whether the shooting was justified. This incident is tragic, as two families will forever be affected by this event. The family and friends of Mr. Aceves have lost a loved one, and the family of Mr. Ontiveros, including their 4 small children who were in the home at the time of the shooting, will have to live through this ordeal. Justice to both families, as well as to the citizens of Franklin County, requires careful consideration of all the facts in this case. Those facts, along with all evidence obtained during the course of the investigation, will be evaluated to determine whether the use of force was justified under the laws of Washington State. We'll take limited questions at this time, but please understand that this is an ongoing investigation. It is by no means completed, and we may be limited as to certain questions as to the specifics of this case.
Timeline on the investigation, and how did Mr. Aceves get into the house?
As I mentioned, this is an ongoing investigation, and so I'd reserve as to the nature of the entry into the home. The timeline, of course, is going to be as soon as practical. As I mentioned, we're going to be waiting for a medical examiner report, as well as the toxicology that I believe are necessary to complete the assessments. But once our office receives the initial police reports, we anticipate reviewing those reports immediately upon receipt.